Hello and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today, you guessed it, 17170, and let's get started. So today is Wolf Day, so it will be a bit quicker of a day. I hope everybody has had a happy holiday season, and I hope you're looking forward to New Year's. New Year's should be a lot of fun. In fact, if you've been following this channel for a while, you know that shortly after New Year's is when I uploaded my first video. I couldn't believe it myself. It happened on January 5th, so right after New Year's. It's because I've been watching Game Hopping, and he played this game, and I was like, oh, I like that game. You know, I really like the concept behind the game. You know, it's an idle game. You don't have to play too much. It's mostly about resource management, really, when you get to the nuts and bolts. So that really appealed to me, and I'm like, I could make videos about that. Now, to be honest, that's where my naivety did step in. It is much more difficult making videos than I would have thought. I thought it would be easier, but I mean, of course, I've made improvements over time, Like the biggest tip I can tell anybody to start that's thinking about starting is that if you're going to do a series like this, template. Templating is what has saved me so much time. And the other thing is, while I know these videos are a little delayed, that's what enables me to put out a video per day so consistently. Basically, I record a video every day, and then I can set aside a block of time when I know I'm going to be doing something. So there's two big drains in this process. And one is, wait, is it already? Yeah, it was Gear Seal Day yesterday, so yep, we're already there. And I'm going to go here and just get Christian some levels, because he's been such a good Christian. And here we go. We're already halfway to 10 million. That's the craziest part to me. And there we go, 120. Let me clean this out. We're started on the weekly. Hey, we at least completed the weekly already for that. Leveled up 25 times. So that's really what got me started. And I am really looking forward to the anniversary of the channel. Now, I believe I've already uploaded 365 videos by this point, which means I've technically had a year's worth of content already, and that's because I started my alt account and caught it up to my main account. And so I used that first set of videos, and then while I was doing those videos, I was also recording a second set of videos for the main account, and I was able to stagger those out to get us where we are. It's also why I have a bit of a lead time, and that, like I said, that little cushion is really valuable. That said, don't forget, renovate your Sky Castle, and when you complete that, your Wild Castle. And yes, if you're just starting out, it is 100% worth it. And as you can see, we have done all of our Total War sweeps. And finally, let's go purchase. So, I mean, that would be the biggest thing, But, sorry, the biggest thing would be the anniversary. And that's how I actually have 365 videos when I haven't really been here for 365 days yet. So it's a big milestone. A year of Idle Kingdom Defense, that's, to me, pretty huge. I have been playing Idle Kingdom Defense for more than a year now. I think somebody asked me at one point, and I looked back and checked. I actually decided to give the game a try on December 25th, or 24th. I started on Christmas Eve. I didn't even realize it was Christmas Eve. And I think by the day after Christmas, I had bought the ad-free package just because I was so sick of ads. Again, and again, it's not the game provider's fault, right? We want to try before we buy, and we want to play for free, and the only way they can do that is if they put in advertising. Because if you can play for free, very few people will actually pay to play. But I like the game enough. I bought the ad-free package, and honestly, one of the bigger reasons, besides ads just being annoying, is ads do make a general, more destabilized experience. It's unfortunate that the ad networks are this way, but I can testify to that because I have my alt account. Oh, we didn't even do the Sanctuary. Okay, today's going to be a big Sanctuary. I must have forgot about it yesterday. They make the game worse. There's no metric in which having advertising in a game makes it better. And to me, the biggest detriment is just the ad networks make the game less stable. I saw a comment about somebody who was like, I try to get the 2x speed, it gives me an ad that sends me out of the game, and then when I go back in, the game's hung. Now the solution to that is you hit the back button, because you close the Google Store, the Play Store, the Google Play Store, and then you go back into the game and you hit the back button. That backs out of the ad and you get the credit. I have that happen. I didn't even think of it being an issue because I've had that happen so many times on my alt account. And since I play on BlueStacks, the first thing I did was when that happened was, of course, I closed it, went back to Idle Kingdom Defense, and pressed escape, and it just worked. I understand if you have a phone, that could be a much more difficult process, and I never mentioned it, never even thought of it. Honestly, the fact that I've been playing my alt account so much, I'm actually considering, because it's on a different Google Play account, considering just getting a Google Play card and just making it ad-free. I don't know, we'll see. Certainly would be beneficial to me from a time standpoint, so I might actually end up doing it. In fact, the fact that I've had this conversation and we know I've done the math on how little value the cost of going ad-free versus the amount of time you spend watching ads, it's almost always worth it from a time perspective. Just pay to go ad-free. Okay, that's it. We're going to head to Christian now. We will remember to upgrade Christian's words. We did get to squeeze an extra level into him. And come on. Please, let's enhance to +8. Gah! No, come on. Terrible. Alright, well, we do have 2 awakenings to do. We're ready to rock and roll now, fingers crossed. Alright, keep your fingers crossed. We need to have a little luck here. And survey says, yeah, crit damage. That's what I want to see. That's what we all want to see. Crit damage. And again, I saw something in the comments about attack increase %. You don't want this. This is additive with your ring. Or your necklace if you're doing a warrior. You don't want it because look at this. This is 240%. This is 32%. This is a little more than 1/8. You don't want this. Crit damage is huge because 1,000 crit damage is all of my attack applied to the enemy again. So every time I get crit damage, it's 430, which is 43% of my total attack as additional damage. That's what you want to see. Alright, so that said, another awakening. So again, crit damage. Attack increase, I'm not going to complain about it. But again, you don't need attack increase. You need crit damage. If you get flat attack is actually better than attack percent because flat attack will then scale with the percent of these because it'll add it to your flat base attack and then these guys will ramp it up. So just keep that in mind for me, please. Okay, so before we go too much further, I believe, yeah, I did rings. Did I get enough for a ring? No. I'd be extremely thrilled to death if I actually got one of these to have crit damage before we got to 910. I'd be so happy. That makes things so much simpler. Alright, we can eat all the 4-star books now. And again, if you were actually playing this, I do things a little differently, but if you're playing this and you weren't making videos, again, you would just keep the ring and the orb equal. So if the ring went up a level, the orb should go up a level. They should work in tandem, and they increase your damage quadratically if you do it that way. I mean, you can see how much they've increased my damage. When I started this project, I think Christian was at like 2 million. I remember somebody in the comments telling me their Christian was at 3.3 million, and King's Ruin still took forever, and they couldn't do anything in Total War. Well, you've watched me push Christian from whatever we started with, which again, I think it was around 2 million. And we're already up to... Oops. I meant to wake him up. Wakey, wakey. Boo! Health! Boo with me. Boo! We don't want health. But if you remember, if you've been watching this, I believe when we started this process, and you can go back and verify what I said, Christian had 2 million attack. We have almost 5x'd Christian's attack. We're getting very close. And that's just his attack. That's not counting how much the orb has increased his damage. Alright, wait, let me leave one. There we go. Leaving a spacer like that, for me, it makes it easier to see the differentiation between 3-star and 4-star. So I will just always try and leave one book to make this easier. So I don't have to try and look at the star. I don't know why my eyes get crossed looking at try to look at the stars. There we go. And okay, 243%. So, and his attack is, oh no, I screwed up. Oh shoot, I didn't see that I was so close. Am I gonna regret this? We need to get to, how much do we need? 6,000. What I'll do is I'll take one from each. Okay, that should be fine. Just 2 from each, okay. And now we can wake I should have been more mindful of that. Now we can wake this bad boy up and boo! Crit, all for crit damage reduced. Go, that's terrible. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't already have, like, I have 17 orbs. I have 16 rings, so I have plenty. I'll do rings first tomorrow. Alright, so the big reveal. What is Christian's attack at? And it is up to, oh, we're so close. We are within, we're almost within spitting distance of 10 million attack. And let's look at his full stats, and you can see we got that crit damage up to over 61,000. That is amazing. That is amazing. And now finally, for my last trick, we're going to check 2 things. This is why it's also so important to keep pumping levels into your hero, because every level I put into Christian makes everything stronger. And you've seen that. Okay, we don't have enough. We've gotten him from like 200 attack per level. He's almost 400. Or no, he's more. It must have been different. It must have been lower than that. But I mean, you can see Christian is getting pumped up. And also, we pump up this castle. You know why? Look at this health. 11.2 million now. I really feel like rounding this to 10 million is a disservice. This should still be, you know, it should be 11 million with some other decimals, like, you know, 2 decimal places or something. That would be okay. You know, keep it to 4 digits. You know, keep it to a limit of 4 digits. All right. Okay. I think that has covered everything. So, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.